It's Good News Week.
Thank you. Welcome to Good News Week. And the big news? Cane toads. Evil scourge of this wide brown land. But no more. A National Party MP wants an annual day dedicated to ridding Queensland of the slimy invaders. Shane Newth wants to call it Toad Day Out. He says it'll be a lot like Clean Up Australia Day, only with killing. And it's worked before. At the start of the last century, Tassie Tiger Day Out was a huge success. Newth described the cane toad as probably the most disgusting creature known to man. And he's been to National Party conventions. Participants would be encouraged to put the toads in their fridge before euthanasing them in the freezer, which turns them from a big environmental threat into an icy-cold hallucinogenic treat on a hot summer's day. The 2020 summit. What a success! 1,000 of Australia's best and brightest made their way to Canberra so there'd be nothing to distract them. If that wasn't a terrorist's wet dream, I don't know what is. All the big topics were discussed, like binge drinking, and where they're going to do it when the summit finished. And everyone discussed their visions for the nation will be by the middle of the 21st century. The correct answer was a hot, dry Indonesian one. Not surprisingly, Kevin Rudd's favourite idea at the summit came from Kevin Rudd. All-in-one childcare centres for mothers and babies. These new centres will complement the existing all-in-one centres for fathers, also known as pubs. And the all-in-one centres for kids aged between 16 and 25, known as Centrelink. Hey! Put on your kids! And some of the services will be private, resulting in competition that will increase quality and lower prices. You know, like Telstra. The Olympic torch arrives in Canberra on Wednesday, and the call has gone out to Chinese Australians to rally and defend it from pro-Tibetan scum and running dogs. The Chinese embassy is supporting a peaceful show of strength, but it'll be quite different to the peaceful show of strength they use in Tibet, which involves a lot more beating and shooting. Power to the people! The relay will also feature those Chinese commandos in their fetching blue and white tracksuits, despite Kevin Rudd saying they wouldn't be running. Rudd now claims he was mistranslated. Apparently the Mandarin word for no is very similar to whatever you say. And that's the good news.
It's Good News Week. Someone from the bottom somewhere contaminating the atmosphere and blackening the sky. It's Good News Week. Someone found a way to give the rotting dead a will to live, go on and never die. It's Good News Week.
Thank you and good evening. Tonight, presenting the nation's second best and brightest, the voice of reason, Claire Hooper. He's at the Comedy Store in Sydney right now, and he's brilliant. Marc Maron. And Our Lady of Alice Springs, Fiona O'Loughlin. And they're tickling the chin of the hard man, Mikey Robbins. Host of Network 10's video hits, the underexposed Fuzzy Agolley. And he's at the Sydney Opera House until the end of the month, direct from a meeting of Groupies Anonymous, Reginald D. Hunter.
Hey, man, what made you say that, man? I got a girlfriend, man. You're gonna get me killed, man.
Is she in Australia, the girlfriend?
She goes online.
How are you, Marc?
I'm fine. It's very exciting to be here. It's weird being an American here in Australia because I'm sort of an ambassador from the problem. But it's been good. It's been. I'm excited to be in the middle of this estrogen sandwich.
And Fiona, well,
The estrogen's running out a bit on this side.
I felt that lacking on that side, but I wasn't going to say anything right away.
I'm a little perimenopausal. Not that that's your problem, but apparently this whole shop's shutting down.
Can I get in before it closes down?
I'm not having a closing down sale.
Fiona, I can just see the sign, everything must go.
What's the Story is our first contest. Claire, Marc, Fiona, keep an eye on this. What's going on?
Okay, all right. People working on computers.
It's a very strange internet porn site.
Yeah. What are you wearing? A tie. Look,
I feel a bit aroused.
Well, it depends where you're wearing the tie.
Mr.
yeah, go on.
McDermott, I
You
think
don't
I've
know
got
you
the
can.
answer.
I'm your team leader.
Oh, sorry.
I'm your team
Do you know? Sorry.
Go on.
Chick fight! Chick fight! Chick fight! Chick fight!
Sorry.
I'm your big mama.
All I'm saying is, if you want to talk, Fiona, just ask me.
Oh.
Yes. Yes, go ahead.
For the rest of my life, or just?
No, I'm sorry.
No,
go on.
I reckon it's to do with that story about bosses wanting the privilege to be able to access their employees'
I agree.
Access their employees.
emails.
They have that in America. You better not let that get out of hand. We have a thing called the Patriot Act, which was originally called the Good German Act. And our government can look at our hard drives, they can tap our phones without a warrant, and not only is it unconstitutional, it's bullshit. And people, if this gets out of hand, they'll defend the policy by saying, hey, if you got nothing to hide, you got nothing to worry about. And I'll be honest with you, man, I got nothing to hide, but I got a few things I'm ashamed of.
They do have it, ladies and gentlemen, civil liberties. Under new laws designed to protect the nation from cyber attack, employers would be able to read the emails of workers without their consent. So it's vitally important your boss intercepts that email of the kittens in funny costumes before it brings down society as we know it. But what a tragedy if all the networks were attacked, those poor computers, all they'd have left is their memories. The new laws could affect millions of workers. If our freedom to electronically communicate with each other is removed, we may actually have to do what we're being paid to do, which is simply un-Australian. Mikey, Fuzzy, Reg, your country needs you.
Can I encourage you to call me Reggie? Because he Mikey and she Fuzzy. And then you say Reg, I just feel all left out there, man.
Hey, so you feel left out? I've never felt whiter. I like it.
You've never felt whiter? Yeah. Come on, Fuzzy, let's show him our genitalia.
One of these things is not like the
And now, back to the show. What's the videotape
Serious.
footage?
Okay. It's your basic church. That doesn't religion look like fun?
Yes. She's got a shotgun. And it's, of course,
So it's a church, a lesbian, and Obama.
a lesbian.
She looked gay. So the Obama's come out and said this week that people in America who are underprivileged and struggling and living in small towns are clinging to God and guns.
Working class people who are angry and they don't want to let loose certain attitudes. It's the feeling of entitlement that a lot of Americans have, the entitlement that they feel like they're entitled to have guns, they're entitled to dislike people who are not like them. He's saying pretty much, it's America being unwilling to change. It's a hell of a thing to say a week before a major primary
Yeah, it's the Pennsylvania primary. It's important.
I know, and you know, he ain't champ in Pennsylvania. Hillary is closer to being champ in Pennsylvania, because poor people in Pennsylvania, they really relate to rich, elitist white people.
Well, you know, a lot of people don't understand in America, because we don't have nationalized health care, that God is the only coverage they get.
And guns cause most of the need for this coverage.
That's right. And that keeps people, the cops aren't that great either. But Obama is, I'm going to vote for him, because I believe it's a historic opportunity for black people to be misrepresented by one of their own. And, you know, we've been misrepresented by ours for years, so we'll give you guys a shot.
Well, true enough. I mean, it was like a lot of people, black and white, want to vote for Obama simply because they want to see the spectacle of a black man be president. It's apparently slightly more than they want to see a woman be in office, even though that's a spectacle as well.
So basically, Obama has described these people in Pennsylvania as bitter, and it's caused a slanging match between Clinton and Obama, and it's not looking good for him for Pennsylvania.
See, she speaks sense.
10 points for them. The Democratic race for the White House has moved into Pennsylvania, where Hillary Clinton accused Barack Obama of being a snob who thinks most Americans are nothing more than gun-toting, God-fearing rednecks. I'm still not sure what her point is. At the most recent debate, Obama was interrogated and showed grace and humility. Hillary was also asked some difficult questions, which she answered with, "My grandpappy was a factory worker, God loves me, and I like kittens." At this point, she'll basically say or do anything. At tomorrow's primary, she's promising to demonstrate her commitment to the nation by eating 24 hard-boiled eggs in under a minute. If that doesn't work, she'll move to phase 2, which involves running through the streets screaming, "Hasn't anyone else noticed he's black?" The question on everyone's lips is, can a crazy, desperate woman, an inexperienced, elitist African-American, or an angry old duffer possibly do a worse job than George?
Better watch out for McCain, though. I'm just waiting for him to snap during a public office and just get talking about Iraq, going, "We can still win Vietnam."
What's good is that, you know, the George Bush jokes will be coming to an end soon. I mean, for every comic and his mama was making George Bush's stupid jokes, and people was getting mad about how stupid George Bush was. But George Bush is a puppet. The people who really run the country, you don't know what they look like. You don't never see them. Getting mad at George Bush is like a man walks up to you with a puppet on his hand, and the puppet says, "You are a stinking prick." And you look at the puppet and go, "Do not talk to me that way, puppet. I cannot stand it. Get away from him, because he's an asshole. He's an asshole."
So after one star-spangled round of Good News Week, the Hooper team are on 10 points, Robin's team 10 points. During the break, as we enjoyed a post-summit cigarette, both teams were given 3 clues to a recent strange but true story. Hooper, Maron, and O'Loughlin have an empty jar.
Sorry.
Rosy cheeks.
If we win, do I get the rest of this? You know, they should actually use this as a lectern for traveling American diplomats, because I think it. I think it's a clear indication of our foreign policy.
Every time we use the buttocks, we get stuck on the buttocks for half an hour.
Hey, speak for yourself.
Saucy. God, saucy. We also have this uplifting song.
Turning Japanese. I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so. I think I'm turning Japanese. I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so.
time accepting that the buttocks has been used before.
Second-hand ass.
Oh,
It's Hillary Clinton's.
And Robbins,
Yes.
Agolley and Hunter got a house.
I think after the election, this is where John Howard's moved to. I can see you.
A heavenly body.
I don't know what I ate.
And this.
Boo, 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 boo.
So close.
I know. I'm embarrassed I enjoyed that so much, but I enjoyed that. I like that. That's better than you telling jokes, man.
Can't wait to come back to that later on. For now, a game called Don't Quote Me. Fiona, what are these fine Australians all talking about?
It's taken us 107 years. It's been a while. It's good that it's happening.
We have a Prime Minister and a government who are not afraid to take on new ideas.
I don't know.
Oh, isn't she lovely?
I think she's hot.
It is the first Governor-General we've had in the history of Governor-Generals, which is 107 years. And even...
First female.
Sorry, first female. But she does have a bloke's name, which...
I know.
What's her name?
Barry.
Quentin.
Her first name, Quentin.
Quentin.
Yeah.
Oh.
But, Mikey, that was interesting, because I think she's the most beautiful woman.
Oh, seriously, you should go to www.governorgeneral.com saucy. Oh, yeah.
She's a grandmother. Can we have another look at her? She's just gorgeous.
She can double dissolve me anytime.
oh, you're right, man. She is hot. Holy
I'm quite
shit.
disturbed that you still got your hands on that arm.
Take that away. Take that away from me.
Don't talk about our Governor-General like that.
So Fiona does have it right, ladies and gentlemen, the first female Governor-General of Australia. Yes, Australia is going to have its first female Governor-General, Quentin Bryce. It's great finally having a woman in the role. Equality is especially important in obsolete positions we plan to get rid of. The good news is many in Canberra see Quentin Bryce's appointment as timely. After 107 years of blokes, she might just get the office cleaned up in time for our first president. Fuzzy, your Don't Quote Me looks like this.
Well, I don't know who would engage in such speculation.
Well, obviously we would try to work with whoever.
I'm sure I'm going nowhere.
I love how you just froze on his face.
Oh, keep him, he's a gift to comedy.
You don't have to say anything. Here's a picture of Brendan Nelson and laugh.
Okay, so the first guy obviously was Costello, Warren Truss, leader of the National Party, and Brendan Nelson. There is whispers amongst the party that he's obviously going nowhere, and he's got no friends. Nigel with no friends. And
she does have it right, ladies and gentlemen. 5 points. According to his colleagues, Brendan Nelson's chances of survival depend on his performance next month when he delivers the opposition response to the budget. Until then, there won't be a challenge to his leadership, largely because no one can prove it exists. Nelson is so far behind, the only performance likely to bring him back from the brink is if he rolls up the budget, sticks one end up his backside, sets fire to the other end and runs around Parliament. The coalition blames its poor polling on the fact the government is still enjoying a political honeymoon. And Brendan is the little boy watching through the window, while Kevin gives sweet political lovin' to everyone in the country except him. The good news is, even if he doesn't last as leader, at least Nelson will always have his page in history as the guy who tried to crap all over Sorry Day.
I feel lost without my ass.
Go on, give him his ass back. Do you want ass? Oh, look at that. The Hoopers are now on 15 points. The Robbins is 15 points. A Up next, the gossip game, Dishing the Dirt.
It's Good News Week. It's Good News Week.
The name of the game is Dishing the Dirt, where we pick through the trash and find the latest gossip about the rich and famous. Marc Maron. Are you ready?
I think I'm ready. Let's do this.
According to the Hollywood Reporter,
Yes.
Oliver Stone's new movie portrays President Bush as what? A foul-mouthed reformed drunk obsessed with baseball, or a mentally challenged cowboy with serious mother issues?
I had heard he was going to be portrayed as a large infant who just spent days in the Oval Office in diapers, screaming. I believe it's A. A.
A? You are right! Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter were having dinner on Halloween last year when what happened? They ate poisoned candy laced with laxatives? Or a couple of kids dressed as Smurfs came up and said, look, it's two fat guys who want to be Bill and Ted.
I thought it was that Alex was pitching Keanu on a new movie called Bill's Sort of Sad, Pathetic Adventure Towards Wannabe Land or Has-Been Land, and then just ended up crying and begging for money. But I'm going to have to say it's probably the second one.
A couple of kids dressed as Smurfs coming up and saying,
Yeah.
You'd be right then, another 2 points. In Venezuela, a TV channel has taken The Simpsons off air because it's inappropriate for children. What have they replaced it with? Baywatch?
I was just going to go with porn, but...
Baywatch or a reality show about Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston?
Which would be porn and drug use. So, I'm going to have to go with Baywatch. That's a lot healthier for the kids.
Baywatch. Another 2 points, ladies and gentlemen. In Italy, a court has made it a criminal offence for men to do what? Touch their genitals in public or make pasta naked?
Well, if they're going to outlaw touching their genitals in public, that's going to stop all discourse between men and women in Italy. But that's got to be it.
Yeah?
The first one.
He does have it, ladies and gentlemen, touching their genitals in public. 10 points for Mr. Marc Maron, ladies and gentlemen. In Italy, a court has made it a criminal offence for men to touch their genitals in public, although touching other men's genitals is still okay. Italian guys are very superstitious, and the superstition traditionally involves a quick grab of what they call their attributi, as in, crikey, take a look at this little attributi. Mr. Hunter, would you care to dish some dirt?
Yeah, I guess so. All right, so what we doing?
Well, I'm going to ask you a few questions.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
All right.
Which of these statements did gangster rapper turned actor Ice-T recently make?
Oh, you're going to ask me some black shit. All right.
Oh, that's a heavy weight on your shoulders. Tupperware is original. Tupperware is ghetto. Or, when I'm chilling with my homies, I like to chill a cheeky Chardonnay. I'll add some thinking music. Dum 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 dum.
Frankly, I don't really know what the relevance this question has to anything pertinent to anything we've been talking about. It's just the most ludicrous question anybody's asked me in a while. But I mean, hey, look, you need an answer. C. How about that?
C. I like your attitude, I gotta say. I like it. I like it. C. No points, though, sadly.
Oh, here comes the hammer from the man. If you don't play his game the way he wants you to, bam, you get no points.
You're making it tense.
Get on with it, white boy.
Okay. Gangster rapper turned actor Ice-T said, Tupperware is original, Tupperware is ghetto.
Oh, shit, there's going to be trouble. I feel like there's going to be trouble.
I noticed you didn't ask him no questions about Jews, but I ain't saying nothing about that. But I just noticed that. I ain't saying it's a problem. I'm just saying I notice. I'm a comedian. I notice things.
I was just saying, when you're a Jew, you can't tell all the time.
See, what he's trying to say is... See, what it is, he's trying to say that him being Jewish, he can just pass for regular white.
Yeah. That's right.
We're getting into a mess of pain for 8:30 on a Monday night. Queen guitarist Brian May has just done what? Completed a thesis on interplanetary dust, or completed a thesis on the role of the moustache in rock and roll?
He was part of Queen, and they was part of that gay scene. And a lot of them gay cats, they have mustaches. I'm gonna go ahead with them the thesis about the mustache. That's what I'm gonna go ahead with.
Oh, I like the way you tried to figure that out, but no, sadly, he's completed a thesis on interplanetary dust. Could you not be impressed by Brian May of Queen?
No, I'm impressed by the easy questions you gave Marc. That's what I'm impressed by. All right.
Kanye West blames his love of busty women on what? His mother breastfeeding him for too long when he was a baby? Or a childhood obsession with hot air balloons?
Well, let's see. His mama having big titties is probably the logical answer. But since I'm on this show and you like the most ridiculous answer possible, I'm gonna go with balloons.
Go with the mother.
Yeah, man, like I say, man, I'm gonna go with the mother.
Whoa! 2 points. Prince William. Oh, you're exposing all the flaws of the glass.
Sorry.
No, that's good. I like it. They're just making me giggle out loud and losing my composure slightly. And I feel dashing.
Wanna feel my ass?
Oh, I love it.
Do we get extra points for that?
I don't know. Another 2 points.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's a heads-up play.
Yeah, thank you. I'm going to give you 2 points.
See, you want a player on your team that dives for loose balls, get the uniform dirty. That's how championships are won.
Prince William is in trouble for doing what? Using a £10 million RAF helicopter to get to a friend's stag party? Or chasing a group of paparazzi into a tunnel?
Now I got to think of what the dumbest answer is. And then realize that you faked me out one time with that. Then I'm gonna flip back. I'm gonna go with the helicopter.
Yeah, he has it, ladies and gentlemen. Bang! And at the end of that extraordinary round, Reggie has 8 points for the team. For your ass. Young Prince William is in a royal pickle after using a $21 million RAF helicopter to fly to a drunken 3-day stag party on the Isle of Wight. And he's the sensible one. But the RAF insists the joint was legitimate training, teaching the prince to fly over water, pissed. But there was never a chance anything might go wrong on the flight, except for the one time when Harry stepped outside to have a slash. The only other scary moment in the chopper was when they tried to pick up some extra booze from a drive-through bottle shop. The Royal Hoopers now on 25 points. Born from Will Robbins's, 23 points. We call this game Giving Headline Ms. Hooper. Quick explanation of these, if you please. Wedgie proof. That's one hurdle out of the way. What's it about?
Oh, this one's great because this is about the Olympic uniforms.
Yes, it is about the Olympics.
I'd really like to know how you make a pair of pants that won't jimmy up an arse that's like hurtling down a track.
It's really simple. You sew the arse cheeks together.
That would totally be the obvious way, wouldn't it? Put some gap filler down the crack so that things don't slip.
2 points.
I think it's really wonderful how the ass theme just threads this show together. That we have a plastic ass, you're touching Reg's ass, now wedgie-free underwear. I mean, it's just...
You rubbing a plastic ass for the show. Let's not leave that out.
It's wonderful.
Actually, not just this show, most of Australian television.
Can anyone get hold of this stuff? The wedgie-proof material? Because... just asking.
But women don't do that to each other, do they? Girls, like in school, they don't give... That's a guy thing, isn't it?
Oh, you know, I gave my brother a wedgie at a wedding in January. Because I'm only 44, right? I gave my brother the best wedgie I've ever given him. You know, it was just like he had a nice suit pant on, and it's like, I don't know that. Because it was during the speeches, and I was a bit bored and hot. And anyway, he turned around. True story, hell, we would have laughed had it been him. I don't know who got the biggest shock.
Who was it? Someone you didn't know?
No, it was someone from the other side. Yeah.
Lucky it wasn't the priest.
Court told of Lowe act.
Oh, Rob Lowe's ex-nanny? Is it nanny or housekeeper? Nanny, yes. Apparently he frequently put his hands down her pants.
Another ass story.
Yes, she was just trying to get points. Probably she was just trying to score
Once I
points.
accidentally put my hand down, and Nanny's... No, I didn't.
Yeah, like apparently he and repeatedly exposed himself to her, she says.
Yes, harassing his 24-year-old nanny. Yes.
So-
Last one. The Mounties find their feet. What's it about?
No, I know you put this in because you thought there was no way I would get this. And the bizarre thing is I know what this is about. It's because I remember this one hilarious line from the article because it was about Canadian Mounties. There's been a spate of foot finding. They've been finding a right foot inside a shoe. And they've repeatedly found right feet inside shoes, right? I'm not explaining it very well, but the line was they found 3 shoed feet, and the line was... 2 of the feet were size 12. The police are not releasing the size of the 3rd, as though it's like a lost wallet. Well, and what colour was this foot?
Like there's some guy at home going, damn, it's not mine.
You have it right.
I know, how amazing!
There's something strange happening in Canada. In 6 months, along the same stretch of coastline, 3 right feet in running shoes have washed up.
Yeah.
Late last year, 2 feet were found on 2 separate islands. Police are exploring all possibilities, and I do mean all, including the theory that a gymnast with 2 right feet tried to do the splits over a shark. Nor have they ruled out the possibility that the amputations were self-inflicted now that Paul McCartney's dating again. The oddest thing about the investigation is no one in Vancouver has reported any feet missing. Police are urging everyone to check the bottom of their legs immediately. Mr. Robin,
Yes,
some
mate.
headlines for you.
Okay.
It's bad taste to a T.
Does this have something to do with old people and binge drinking tea? I got no friggin' idea.
Come on. Anybody else? Come on, team, jump in there.
It's
Bad taste.
bad taste. T-shirts are bad taste. People aren't allowed to wear T-shirts to funerals. Or...
There's maybe some T-shirts.
Oh, I know the ones. It's the T-shirts that it says now police now targeting fat chicks. Yeah, it's really funny.
Where can we get one of those?
Yeah, but police now targeting, and there's another one with Princess Diana saying she's dead, get over it.
Oh, yes.
These bad taste T-shirts.
Bad taste T-shirts, they're everywhere. Return of the man with a plastic face.
This is, of course, the Italian Prime Minister, Berlusconi, the wackiest Italian since Mussolini, has just been returned to power. He's had plastic surgery.
Yeah.
He had Botox?
Oh,
Yes.
I think he's got
I reckon we've got his bottom over this side.
No. Botox, not buttocks.
Okay, you have 2 points.
But I read an article the other day that was talking about in Beverly Hills that women, mostly women, get this. You can get your anus bleached.
Yes, anal bleaching.
Yeah, just...
What is anal bleaching?
It's a character from a Dickens novel. Old anal bleaching came down the stairs.
It sounds painful.
It's like when you drink lots of coffee, you get round teeth.
But see, to me, it's the height of vanity. I mean, if you're getting your asshole bleached, then there's a part of you that thinks that eventually somebody's going to look at it and go, wow, it looks like she's never used this.
Impact was like a ton of pricks.
Bizarrely enough, I think we can stay completely away from the buttocks here and move to New Zealand, where... oh, please, they're nice people. A young fella assaulted or attacked another person, not with a baseball bat or a cricket bat, but with a hedgehog.
He does have it, ladies and gentlemen. Through it. Yes, a New Zealand man has been charged with using a hedgehog as a weapon. According to police, William Singalarg hurled the hedgehog about 5 metres at a 15-year-old boy. But to be fair, the boy had been pelting him for some time with meerkats.
That went into his ass.
Kiwis love their sheep, but they will still have a fling with a hedgehog. But Williams insists he didn't kill the hedgehog. It was a dead one he keeps around for sex.
That was totally gratuitous. I like that.
Over there now, ladies and gentlemen, we have 33 points. Over there, 31 points. Up next, Strange but True. This is Strange but True. Claire, Marc, Fiona, you had the jar.
Yep.
The rosy cheeks. Oh. What an appropriate way for you first to taste Vegemite. Normally we smear it on toast, but, you know, whatever you'd like. And Fiona.
I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so. I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so. I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so. I really think so.
I think it had something to do with the Japanese fascination with salt and white ass.
And that's our answer.
No.
See, this is tricky because I know that the only Vegemite story I know about is that there's a shortage of Vegemite in Hong Kong. The expat Australians living in Hong Kong who are complaining because they can't get their Vegemite on toast for breakfast. And
but that's a bit.
Yeah, but then that would be quite racist to sing "Turning Japanese" for a Hong Kong. That's like exactly.
I believe that it's the Japanese have started to really get Vegemite, which you people still don't.
It's not. It tastes like spreadable beer.
It's delicious.
And your problem is?
I reckon it would.
The rosy cheeks are from the Vegemite
song. But I think
how does that go? I'd like to hear that.
Shut up.
Which is the Vegemite song?
I don't know.
Everyone.
We're happy little Vegemites as bright as I can be. We all enjoy our Vegemite for breakfast, lunch and tea. Because we love our Vegemite, we all adore our Vegemite. It puts a rose in every cheek.
We are an army. We are an army forged by Vegemite.
We sang that a Gallipoli and it scared the shit out of the Turks.
We don't remember our own anthem. No.
Oh my God, man! What the fuck just happened here?
Reg, I really thought at the end of that it was going to be an end. Kill the Jews!
I feel like Sigourney Weaver in Aliens 2 realizing that she's in a room full of hatching eggs.
I reckon Fiona could be onto something because, well, I didn't know it was becoming popular in Japan, but it is kind of to the Japanese palate. It's kind of just like drinking soy from the bottle, isn't it? Like it's a really similar intensity of flavour.
I think I got other flavors. They got
Come
cool.
on.
You got to taste
You
this
have
shit.
to taste it.
Ever since the song, I'm Vegemite. Just taste them, man. It's not off my thing. Uh-oh.
I really...
You could,
Okay, I'm done.
Now you a white man's bitch.
I think it's about time I urge caution. I do want to say that this is a prop, and I know the meteorite isn't really a meteorite, the house isn't really a house, the buttocks aren't really buttocks, and this may not be Vegemite.
Hand it over.
So, to summarise, with the new information... All right.
Supplies of Vegemite
Tastes like
in Hong
earwax.
Kong have been depleted because there's such an interest in Japan.
That is horrible. You need some toast to help you not notice what this tastes like.
Do we have an answer?
Yeah, I think it
That
was the
thing
answer.
that you just said.
Fantastic, they have it, ladies and gentlemen.
God damn. That ain't cool.
In Hong Kong, expatriate Australians are trying to cope with the chronic Vegemite shortage, which has been partly caused by the spread's increasing popularity with the Japanese. Well, when you're spreading it on a whale, you go through a hell of a lot. Yes, Japan has caught Vegemite fever, or as they prefer to call it, super happy Australian yeast infection. Also piss weak brown wasabi. Apparently gourmets have declared Vegemite umami, meaning food with a mythical fifth taste of deliciousness. They've also discovered the existence of a sixth flavour, mugabe, which is the taste of democracy being shat on. Mikey, Fuzzy, Reggie, you had the house.
Yes.
The Rock. And that.
I ain't doing it no more. See, I was thinking it. I can think it and it come into existence.
This is a Bosnian story. There's a bloke in Bosnia, and 5 times, I think, 5 or 6 times, a meteorite has...
Telling you, black women gonna have to do something about their anger. I don't know what it is. I don't know. It's a lot of this attitude and stuff. Ever since Missy Elliott, I don't know, man.
Basically, his house has been hit, bizarrely enough, for 5 times by meteors, he claims. But even wackier, rather than just think this is pure bad luck, he's convinced that somehow it's an alien conspiracy against him. That's it. That's it.
They have it, ladies and gentlemen. In Bosnia, a man whose home has been hit 5 times by meteorites believes he's being targeted by aliens. This is quite clearly the intergalactic equivalent of being egged. And after each attack, he swears he can hear an alien voice shouting, "Dude, you've been punked." Yes. A hostile species from a distant galaxy has travelled thousands of light years just to bounce 5 rocks off this bloke's roof. But it does say something about his tenacity. Most people would have moved out after the 3rd. Personally, I don't think the aliens are hurling meteorites at all. I think they're just getting lazy. They're just chucking their anal probes now, hoping one might land up an arse.
And the story is complete.
The climax is next. Dirty, sexy, fast money.
It's good news week.
Hold on your hats, hat wearers. It's Dirty, Sexy, Fast Money. Edit starts now. Which former Melbourne underworld figure has won the right to appeal his 35-year jail sentence?
Carl Williams.
Thank you very much.
That was easy.
It's fast money. Zoo magazine is running a competition where you can win what?
A divorce?
Thank you. This is a place where, quote, the world's... No, make that the universe's most ignorant, rudest, most maladroit drivers reside. And the only difference to driving in Baghdad is less gunfire. Which Australian city is it?
Adelaide.
Thank you very much. She has it right. Which grumpy former...
Paul McDermott.
Which grumpy former fascist member of the Bush administration is soon to publish his memoirs?
Rummy.
Yes, Donald Rumsfeld. Australian school students have a new game which has adolescent psychologists very worried. What is it? It's a new game.
Porno fun, I think it's called.
It's along those lines. It's a choking game in which they strangle themselves to get a high.
Oh, really? That's not new. We were doing that when I was at primary school.
A Japanese film in the realm of the senses. If people actually want to see a bit of art. But a bit of good choking as well. Best to get that one out.
Oh man, I saw one Japanese porn movie one time. You know, they had it dubbed over badly, and they had there's two guys with a girl, and the woman was laying in the bed, and the guy says to her, he has a mask on, he says, "What? You want to touch my penis? Oh, woman, you are so lewd." Who says that during sex?
Well, that's it.
So we won, right?
Did you lose last time you were on the show?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. So in the brouhaha tonight, Claire Hooper, Marc Maron and Fiona O'Loughlin scored a rowdy 47 points. Conquered by Mikey Robbins, Fuzzy Agolley and Reginald D. Hunter on 49 points.
It was the ass grabbing.
That's right.
I love your ass.
That's right, baby.
10.com.au/GNW is our website. Have a look. It is good. So we say
I want to
farewell.
recount.
Yes.
I want to recount.
Why?
Try and make sense of it. I couldn't. So we say farewell, John Button, and leave you with the good news for the week ahead. Trouble will continue for the Olympic torch relay when the Canberra leg takes it through a fireworks warehouse. Due to an unfortunate mix-up, Walk Safely to School Day will coincide with Drunk Reckless Driving Day. 1 year after his passing, doctors will discover Boris Yeltsin didn't actually die. He just had a big night on the embalming fluid. After releasing her new album, Madonna will take a pounding from the critics, and in return, they promise to give it a good review. Let's do